are watching #NerdSwag.
Yo, what's up, comic book reading universe? It is I, your friendly neighborhood comic book reviewer, Stephen Savelli, and I'm here today to bring to you my comic book haul for books that were released on February 25th, 2015. I sound absolutely horrible, which is why I'm chugging this green tea here. I'm super sick. I didn't do my comic book review my comic book haul last week, but I want to do this week's haul because there's a lot of really good books, and I have a few other things to talk about. So, the first thing I want to talk about is a programming update, and that is because tomorrow, February 26th, 2015, I will be hosting a new episode of the NerdSwag Nerd Chat. And that is a live chat where we go over a pretty fun agenda. And I usually have about 2 to 3 panelists on the show. Tomorrow, I will have 2 panelists. I'll have the superhero enthusiast himself, Alex, joining me. If you've never heard of the superhero enthusiast, he is a YouTube content creator, and I'll put a link down below in the description to his channel for you to go check out and subscribe. And I also have my other buddy, Alex. So I got 2 Alexes on the show tomorrow, and we're going to talk about some fun stuff. The show will be at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and you can figure out where and what time that's playing for you. But we're going to be talking about Spider-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and if we think it's time for a non-Peter Parker Spider-Man, we're also going to be talking about the new Aquaman Jason Momoa picture that was leaked. We're going to touch into some science, or not leaked, that was posted by DC, the director Snyder. We're also going to talk about some science, and we're going to talk about NASA's journey to Europa, and how we feel about that mission, and if it excites us or not. Another thing we're going to talk about is what we'd rather have in the world, electronic self-driving cars or magnetic bullet trains. So make sure to tune in tomorrow to this channel. I'll put the links down below in the description as soon as I have them. But that is happening tomorrow. Today, I want to talk about my comic book haul, because I got 10 comics to show off for you guys. I have 6 comics from Marvel, one comic from Icon, which is owned by Marvel, but they're different. 1 book by Image, and 2 DC books to talk about. As always, at the end of my haul, I go over my cover of the week, and I also go over my most anticipated title. So make sure that you stick around till then and comment your favorites for the week. And usually I put timestamps so you can skip ahead. So let's get right into this. I'm going to take a quick sip of my green tea here, and then we'll continue this little comic haul. Alright, the first book I want to talk about that came out today is Spider-Gwen, issue number 1. This is written by Jason Latour with art by Robbie Rodriguez. Enrico Renzi on the coloring. This is a huge book to come out. Spider-Gwen is Spider-Woman in a different alternate universe. This was actually a one-shot that came out during the Edge of Spider-Verse series, and this thing blew up. This one-shot became so popular, and Marvel listened to the feedback of how much people loved Gwen Stacy as Spider-Woman that they decided to release Spider-Gwen, a new ongoing series, which is super exciting. What's different about this Gwen Stacy is she is the hero in her universe. Peter Parker was her lover and died. Kind of the opposite of our Peter Parker and Spider-Man. So that's a little background on Gwen Stacy as the Spider-Woman. But this is the first issue to come out. I'm very excited about this. It looks to be better than Silk, which came out last week that I read I was not impressed by, but this has a great team. Jason Latour is, first off, a great artist, and second, he's a wonderful writer. He does the art for like Southern Bastards for Image, and he is also a solid writer, which a lot of people don't know about. What's cool is they brought back the entire creative team for this Spider-Verse one-shot to make Spider-Gwen. So what I like about this art is it reminds me very much of Daredevil's art, which is very like pop arty, solid colors, and I'm really looking forward to reading Spider-Gwen issue number 1. Now, I did buy 2 because I will be giving away one of these physical copies in my 500 subs contest. If you haven't seen my Q&A video for that, you can click right here, or you can go down below in the description. I'm looking for questions. Every question you leave, you get an extra entry to the contest. I will be giving away a Spider-Gwen. Alright, so the next issue I picked up today is a Thor Annual. Annual number 1. I picked up the variant cover because I love the current female Thor. As you can see, she's my wallpaper right now on my computer, on my monitor. Yeah, so Thor Annual has 3 stories in it. There's a story about King Thor, which is the future Thor, thousands of eons in the future, which is written by Jason Aaron, who is the Thor writer. There's a story written about current Thor, which is the goddess of thunder, which is the current female Thor. And then there's a story written of young Thor, which is written by CM Punk, who is the world famous professional wrestler. He writes the 3rd story on this book, so that's super exciting. CM Punk's my dude. I wish I could see him wrestle again, but I'm glad he's doing what he loves and he's starting to write comics, so I'm excited for Thor Annual. Thor is one of my favorite books on the shelves, no doubt. It's great. So the annuals aren't usually that wonderful, but I'm excited to read this one. My next issue I got is New Avengers issue number 30, written by Jonathan Hickman. We got Captain Britain here on the cover, and this is also taking place in different alternate universes and incursions and different worlds and heroes, and it gets super confusing and convoluted. But this Jonathan Hickman guy, man, he's been planning this for a few years, leading into Secret Wars. So this has been a big, masterful plan of his, and it's starting to come together and really sing on the pages. So I'm very excited to read New Avengers issue number 30. The next book I got is a current ongoing title that I just can't get enough of, and that's Uncanny Avengers. This is issue number 2, written by Rick Remender and Daniel Acuna, but this is a continuation of the Avengers story that I believe started in 2012. They just restarted the numbers because that's what Marvel does, and the team roster had changed at issue number 1. So this is a new team roster. I adore this cover. It is amazing. I love everything about it. I love the art of this book. This is just a really solid read. Always. Uncanny Avengers, fantastic. As you see, there's some interesting characters involved in this, and I would highly recommend go ahead and starting back on issue 1. Just one book behind. I would go try to catch up because this is a great book. Alright, another issue I got is the 2nd issue of Darth Vader. I'm not going to buy this book anymore. Kieran Gillen is a good writer, but the first Darth Vader didn't do enough for me to want to keep reading this. I like Darth Vader, I like Star Wars, but I just have too many books right now, and I'm going to stick with the actual Star Wars series. I'm going to check out Princess Leia, see if I like that, but I'll probably be dropping Darth Vader after this issue. I read through some of it, and I don't know, it's not doing anything for me. Alright, and the last Marvel book I got is Daredevil, issue number 30. This has the same team it's had for a few years, and this is Mark Waid, Chris Samney on the writing and art. And so I'm very excited for reading Daredevil. I believe it is in the top 5 Marvel books out on the shelves. And yeah, I'm excited to read this book. Sorry I'm not going too much into this. I'm really hurting here. Alright. The next issue I got is from Icon, which, if you don't know, is an imprint of Marvel. Marvel owns them, but it's kind of their mature line that they have so that they can release mature content, adult, think like creator-owned Image books, but under their own wing, so people don't keep leaving to go to Image to release their own stuff. And this is Men of Wrath, issue number 5. This is written by Jason Aaron with art by Ron Garney. This is the last issue of Men of Wrath. This was always going to be a miniseries, and this is the conclusion of that. I'm excited to, I've said excited a lot. I'm stoked to read issue number 5. This is about a family of murderers and how that is trickling down the generations, and just having to deal with that. So the cover here, we have a guy laying dead with a baby in his arms. So what happens with the Wrath family, we don't know, but we will see an ending to that. I would recommend this in trade or single issues if you like If you like Jason Aaron's writing, this is perfect. And if you like storytelling that spans generations in one book, this is a cool book to read. So, Men of Wrath, issue number 5, the ending to that miniseries. All right, the next issue I got was from Image Comics, and that is Low, which is also written by Rick Remender. So I have a few books from him this week. This is issue number 6. This continues to be actually a very, very surprising book. When I read the first issue, they're kind of in the oceans, and I was very confused of what was happening, and the art was almost muddy, where I couldn't tell where like people started and the environment ended, and which sounds like there's no way you couldn't be able to tell that, but it was all watercolors, all greens and blues. I just wasn't sure about this book when I read issue 1, but since then I have been continually being impressed of the world building. There's a nice slow burn here. Rick Remender likes to plan out stuff for years, so he's not rushing to get like quick reviews of people scoring it high so more people buy his book. He has a plan, and I really appreciate that, and this cover is so cool. And that's Low, issue number 6. The next book I got is Batman, issue number 39. There was a Harley Quinn variant that was pulled for me. I actually put the variant back and got the original cover because I think this cover with Joker on the front is better than the Harley Quinn cover. Very cool. Endgame has been masterful, and Batman has now seeked out the help from the Court of Owls, and you never thought Batman would do that. So it's very interesting what's going on in Endgame. Joker is being written like Joker, like he hasn't been written in a very long time, and I love the suspense and mystery and thriller going on right now that Joker may be thousands of years old, and it's probably not going to be what is real, but that's what he's kind of manipulating Batman to start to believe. So this is a very good book. Batman is like, it's so good right now, and I'm very excited to read this Endgame issue. I don't know if it's the last issue of Endgame or not. It's part 5, so. And it's Batman, issue number 39. And the last book I got also has Batman on the cover, and that is Deathstroke, issue number 5. Harley Quinn has actually been in the last 2 issues, and she's killing it. I think the representation of her in this book is better than her actual solo run that she has currently. Deathstroke has been another surprise. This is only a $2.99 book, and if you have any infatuation with this character at all, I would highly encourage you to pick up Deathstroke. It's a quick read, usually like 5-10 minutes, and there's some sweet action going on in this book with him fighting Batman with Harley Quinn there, and yeah. That's Deathstroke, issue number 5. So let's go into my cover of the week and most anticipated title of the week. You know, when I these are so hard for me, especially when so many covers are so good. Okay, cover of the week. I'm gonna give my cover of the week to Low, issue number 6. This is a very impressive cover. It's kind of hard to see on the camera here, but it's really cool, and you know, I've never given cover of the week to Low, and I think that is my cover of the week. My most anticipated title of the week. I wish I could say that it was Spider-Gwen, because the internet's blowing up about Spider-Gwen, and trust me, I'm excited. I bought the one-shot when it actually came out, not after it was hyped. I am a Spider-Gwen fan. I am an Arachnid fan. I love the new characters with Silk, who's Asian American, and this new Spider-Gwen, this new Spider-Woman. It's very cool what's happening right now with the Arachnid family, but my most anticipated title has got to be Batman 39. The storytelling on this book is just too rich for me to pick a new story that's brand new. It's so deep and it's so layered, and I'm very excited to read Batman issue number 39. So, don't forget in the comments down below to leave your most anticipated title and cover of the weeks. I would love to hear what you guys are reading and what you're excited about the most. If you haven't noticed, we have Nerd Swag tees. Links are down below in the description. They're on sale right now. So make sure to go check that out. Remember, tomorrow on this channel, February 26th, I will be hosting a Nerd Swag Nerd Chat. So if you have questions you want us to answer, you can leave them down below, and we'll answer them tomorrow. So I hope everybody has a great week. You guys are awesome, and there's no such thing as a real collector. Peace out.